What's going on, you guys? It's the Honda Baron coming to you with another video today. And in this video I want to talk about me basically, and why I don't go to Moto-Socials, you know, group rides, motorcycle meetups, why I don't really go to those. It's something personal, you know. I love the community, I love being a biker, but I want to talk about why I don't like going to those and why I'd rather just like meet somebody from Instagram or whatever, ride with one or two people instead of going to those large meetups where they don't really do too much riding. So again, instead of rambling on, I'm gonna hop on the bike and let's get out of here. Cool building, huh? Right. All right. So a lot of people that I know, you know, from Instagram and other riders, they do invite me to these like I see them on Instagram as well, like these Moto-Socials, these random meetups, and I love the community, you know, I love meeting other riders, but I don't go to these events and I don't really enjoy myself at them. You might be surprised as to why. So, despite loving bikes, you know, despite loving everything about motorcycling, actually, let's go see what's in there. Go ahead. So, despite being into all that, to be completely honest with you guys, I like to ride, you know. I love getting on the bike, I love heading out, I love exploring new places. What I don't really like doing is just standing around and talking to people about bikes. You know, there's a time and place for that. I love when I meet my buddies or meet people from Instagram and head out on rides for that. But to actually go for it on, you know, to do it on purpose, it's just not really something I'm interested in. You know, I'd rather just sit at home and watch some YouTube videos, or I don't know, I just find it awkward. Like I know we all love bikes, but for me personally, going to these is just, you know, it's a bit awkward for me. So I see a lot of people online, you know, on Insta heading to these events. Oh, that's really cool. Heading to these events, and don't get me wrong, guys. I'm not hating. I'm not hating at all. It's it just seems boring, right? Like, what's should we pass? No, we won't pass. What's more fun than, you know, getting on the bike and going for an actual ride? It's just something I love doing. There's you know, time is limited for me, so if I have to choose between, say, going for a ride or going to talk to people about riding, I'm always gonna choose to go for a ride. Like, are you guys the same? Like I'm a social guy, right? I love talking, and I do even love talking about bikes. But am I gonna go out of my way to talk about bikes, you know, at a cafe or something? For me personally, no. That's just not something I'm gonna do. And then the other problem that I have with group rides is, like, a lot of the times you don't know exactly, it's a nice house, you don't know exactly who you'll be riding with, right? Like, you don't know, you just sometimes might not know all the people at the ride. And I've gone to group rides before with people I don't know, where, like, just bad things have happened, like things that as a motorcyclist I'm just, like, not interested in participating in. You know, because people are unpredictable. Like, you never know who you're gonna run into. You never know what's gonna happen. You never know, like, if there's gonna be any drama or anything like that. You can just, like, never guess. You can never predict any of that, and it's not really. These aren't chances, you know, that I really want to take, because you never know what's gonna go wrong. And are some of these group rides a blast? Yeah, you know. A lot of these rides seem like a ton of fun, but again, I'd rather kick back on YouTube and watch it and kind of go my own way, do my own thing, than head out on these huge group rides. And then even it's, like, kind of dangerous. Like, you don't know who's behind you, you don't know who's beside you. And I've had instances where I've seen people on these group rides in front of me get sideswiped because, you know, you're not always paying attention who's coming up on your left, who's coming up on your right. People aren't, you know, sticking in their spot in the group sometimes properly, and it's just like, it's a coin toss whether or not something happens, depending on who you're riding with. And so for me, like, what I like to do is ride with the same people, like ride with people that I know aren't going to be screwing around too much, that I know aren't going to do anything dangerous or irresponsible. Those are the guys I like riding with. If that becomes a big group sometimes, okay, fine. Like we all know our riding style. We all like, we play off one another, like we get it, right? But I don't even meet groups like smaller groups, like 3-4 people that I meet online or whatever. Like that's fine too. But these huge group rides with people, like going through downtown Toronto, you know, at high speeds. I don't have the, well, one, I don't have the bike for it, and two, it's just not the type of riding I like to do. Like you've seen in the videos, I like to cruise, right? You'll always see me out cruising in these like random spots, not going on group rides, not going to these Moto-Socials and meetups. It's just not for me personally. And now don't get me wrong, I don't judge anybody that goes to them. Like I know they're a lot of fun. I know the people there are awesome. You know, there's so many cool bikes you can check out. But I like to do my own thing, you know. I'll kick back and watch some YouTube, or I'll go on my own ride. That's who I am, right? People have their own preferences, and you know, that's just the way it is. And now, as for the kind of riding I like to do, you know, it can even be hard to find people to ride with, because I like to do just what I'm doing now, like cruise, just random cruises, you know, maybe stop at like a few cafes, you know, hit up Starbucks or something, just stop at a few places, maybe grab a lunch somewhere, or like check out some like cool towns, check out some cool landmarks for Insta. That's what I like to do. So it's even hard to find people to ride with, if, like, you know, depending on what you're into. And a lot of times I'll go on a ride, I'll go on a group ride, and I'll get back, or the ride will finish, and I'll think, you know what, that would have been a lot better if I was on my own. Well, and then I guess, like, you know, there's that saying, if you think everybody around you is the asshole, maybe you're the asshole. That's probably how it is for me, right? Like, I'm probably just an asshole. Really, if I'm not having a good time, but a lot of these other people, most riders are having a good time with these events, and I'm not. I mean, geez, guys, I'm the asshole. So yeah, that's kind of what I want to talk about. I'd love to hear your opinion down in the comments below. Like, do you guys like group rides? Do you guys like meetups? Do you guys like talking about bikes to other people? Like, I also don't know too much about bikes to begin with. Like, I've only been riding for like about a year and a half, so I don't have this like huge knowledge of bikes. I love bikes, I love old bikes, I love new bikes, and yeah, so a lot of times maybe I don't feel like I can contribute either, and maybe that's giving me anxiety or something, you know. Well, no, it's not, but it is what it is, guys. I just wanted to share my opinion. I'd love to hear your thoughts, so let me know in the comments. Do you guys like meetups? Do you guys want to meet up? Do you guys like group rides? Do you like Moto-Socials? Let me know what you think in the comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. And that's all I got for right now. A bit of a shorter video. I just felt like rambling on about that. And we'll see. Maybe my opinion will change in the future. I will definitely have to revisit the video and see. You know, maybe I'll go to some more meetups and group rides, and maybe I'll have a better experience if I'm more, I don't know, well, open-minded or something. But it is what it is. So that's all I got for today. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day or night, depending on where you are. And as always, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. Click subscribe to keep updated with my, to stay updated with my future videos. I will be posting regularly for the time being. And that's all I got for right now. So as always, thank you for watching, and we will see you guys in the next video.